everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jacqueline and this is Low Carblish. If you're new here, this is a channel where we take our favorite high carb foods and make low carb versions of them. If you're not new here, welcome back, y'all. This is the beef and broccoli recipe that I was telling y'all about on the last giveaway video that I did. And I'm going to go over all this in just a second, but I wanted to tell you this before I forget. I'm going to be doing a praise report of y'all's progress as we go along, and I'm going to do a praise report before I announce the winner giveaway. So if there's any of y'all who want to write me and tell me what your praise reports are, you can write me at lowcarblish@hotmail.com, and my email is always in the description down below, so it's there if you need to find it. But any of y'all that are willing to share your stories, I would love for you to write me so I can do a praise report as we go along in this journey. So getting back to this recipe, I am making a twist on Chinese beef and broccoli today. And the twist is we're going to be using ground beef instead of flank steak. Now, if you are interested in using flank steak to make it more authentic like a Chinese restaurant does, you can go to the spicy and sweet beef recipe that I did 2 or 3 videos back from this one and learn how to temper your meat. They call it velveting, and it makes it really smooth and really soft. However, I've had several of you email me and ask me for some budget-friendly meals. And so this is a way to create this dish that's going to be less expensive than buying flank steak, and it's also faster because I know a lot of us are working and stuff. So I'm going to go over these ingredients and then we're going to get going here. I've got a pound of ground beef. I've got 4 cups of broccoli that we're going to blanch. I've got chicken broth, heavy whipping cream, simple syrup, jarred garlic. You can use fresh or powdered, just gonna have to adjust your amounts. I've got powdered garlic and powdered onion here because we're gonna use that to season the ground beef with. This other stuff we're using in the sauce. I've got Glucomanan to thicken it up. I've got sesame oil, coconut aminos, and Worcestershire sauce. And this is gonna make a really good low carb sauce that is really close to the Chinese version. But the Chinese restaurant version, they use hoisin sauce and oyster sauce to create the sauce that we eat on the broccoli and beef meals that we buy from them, and both of them are extremely high in carbs. So this is a really good substitute. So we're going to get started here in just a minute. Okay everybody, we're getting ready to get started here. I've got my pan heating on medium heat, and I'm just going to put my beef in the pan, and I'm going to use a little bit of salt and pepper on it, and then we're going to put the garlic powder and the onion powder on here too. And that's all we're going to do to the beef right now, because we've got all that delicious sauce that we're going to be putting on it too. But you know how I am about seasoning each layer, so we wanted to get that done. And then I've got my broccoli cut here, and we're going to be blanching it while the beef's cooking. So I've got my beef in here, and this is just right out of pound. I bought this, Aldi's had a really good sale a couple weeks ago on this beef, so I bought some and froze it, so that's what I'm using today. And your salt and pepper on your beef is just salt and pepper to taste. And I would just advise against using too much salt, just because there's a lot of salt in the coconut aminos and the Worcestershire that we're going to be putting the sauce on. But a little bit is good. Oh, right in front of my face. Alright, so I'm going to cook the beef over medium heat. And then, like I said, the broccoli I've got here, we're just going to blanch it and then have it ready when we get ready to make the sauce and everything. I'm dropping the broccoli. Oh dear. Alright, so one piece here, and I'll boil all the germs off of it. Alright, so we're going to blanch the broccoli, wait until the beef gets done, and then I'll be right back. Okay y'all, so I've got the beef just about done here. I forgot to put the onion powder and the garlic powder in when I was on camera a minute ago, but I went ahead and added that into the beef. So you've got your salt, your pepper, your onion powder, and your garlic powder. And like I said, all the ingredients will be down in the description as usual. But I just didn't want y'all to think that you weren't supposed to add that in, because you are, and I just forgot to do it on camera. But we got it in there. So, alright, so this is what you want your beef to look like, just done. You know, not overdone, but just done. And I've got my broccoli over here that's blanched, and I'm going to drain the broccoli and drain the ground beef, put them back in this pot, and then when I come back in just a minute, we're going to make the sauce, and then just like that, it's going to be ready. Okay, everybody, so we're back at the stove. I've got my broccoli and my beef. I had to put them in a bigger pan because it wouldn't fit in here, which is fine because I'll make the sauce in this one. So we're going to start off, let me get one of these deals here. We're going to start off with the chicken broth, and it really doesn't matter what order you put these in your pan, and I'm still using medium heat here. It really doesn't matter what order you put this in your pan except for your sesame oil, and we want that to go in last after we've thickened it up a little bit, because sesame oil will burn off and you'll lose off all that delicious flavor. So I'm going to put the Worcestershire and the coconut aminos in next. And these two things, the coconut aminos and the Worcestershire sauce, they really add a really nice depth of flavor to your sauce. So I highly recommend them. And also, if you don't have the aminos, you can totally just use soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce. Because the aminos and the soy sauce are super salty, so just, you know, follow the recipe, because otherwise it's going to be way too salty. Alright, and then I'm going to put our heavy whipping cream in here. Try to get as much of that out as I can, because y'all know how I feel about wasting. Okay, and then we're going to add our simple syrup in here. And that is going to cut down on some of the salty flavor and give us some of that restaurant flavor, and it also helps with the thickening up. I am going to use Glucomanan because I want it to get thicker than it'll get with just the simple syrup in it. But I'm going to stir this up, and then I'm going to get my whisk here in a minute, and I'm letting it cook slowly over medium heat, and I'm going to whisk it as I go along. Not constantly, but I'm going to whisk it as we go. And it's already getting that nice color that the sauce is going to have when we get through with it. And it's just a matter of incorporating your heavy whipping cream in with your other ingredients. And you're getting a nice color. And then when we put the sesame oil in, it'll give it a little bit more of a brown color, and then it'll be just about perfect for what we're looking for. So we're going to let this cook, and it's probably going to take about 3 or 4 minutes, so I'm going to cut away because y'all don't want to sit here and watch me stir sauce. But anyway, we're going to cut away, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, y'all, so this is thickening up really nicely, and I've so far only used about half of the Glucomanan, and I think it's going to be enough today. Like I said in the recipe, it's anywhere from a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon per, and we doubled the recipe, so I've got extra in there, but I haven't used it, and I probably won't because it's thickening up nicely. So then the last thing we're going to add in is our sesame oil, and this just gives it that deep, rich, beautiful flavor that we all love in some of these dishes. And you're just going to stir it into your sauce, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off on this because we are thick like we need to be, and I'm just incorporating this oil in, and then we're going to add it to the beef and broccoli, and we will be eating some delicious beef and broccoli. And it takes a minute to get your oil incorporated, so don't panic if that happens to you. It's normal, and it just takes a minute to get emulsified with the rest of the dish. And also, if you get to a point where it's too thick for you, you can add some more beef broth, or you can add a little more heavy whipping cream. Not beef broth, chicken broth, y'all. But you could add some more broth to it, and that would thin it out nicely too. But this is, I kind of like this thickness to go over the beef and the broccoli. So this is just about perfect for me. Alright, so I'm going to have to trade pan places here, because I'm going to put my big pan over here so I can get the sauce in it. Alright, so like I said, this is just the beef and the broccoli that we cooked with the salt and the pepper and the onion and garlic powder. And now we're just going to add our sauce to it. And it is going to be delicious, y'all. And you just pour the sauce over. And I like to get it all out with the spatula. Get all that yummy goodness in there onto the pan. And then stir it up, and you're done. So I'm gonna finish stirring this up here and let you see what it looks like when I'm done stirring. And then we're gonna plate it up and we're gonna do a little taste test for you. And if you like beef and broccoli, I really think you're gonna love this recipe. It took me a little while to get it to you, and I'm sorry about that, but I kept trying different, well, that's that piece of broccoli that keeps jumping out of the pan. We're gonna let them. But it took me a little while to get this recipe done for y'all, and I'm sorry about that, but I don't like to put recipes out that don't taste right to me, and I kept trying different things and trying to get the flavor that we needed on the sauce, and things just were not working. And once I put the Worcestershire sauce and the aminos together, that seemed to be the deal. And then you add the what is this stuff called? The sesame oil, y'all. Oh, my brain went on vacation for a minute. Once I added the sesame oil in, that was the ticket. So we're ready and done here. I'm gonna plate it up in just a minute. We'll be eating it. Okay, y'all. So this is the completed meal. This meal has got 450 calories and right under 8 net carbs, and it is filling and delicious. So we're gonna have a little taste test now. If you're a fan of beef and broccoli, I really think you guys are gonna like this one. It was good, y'all. Let me get a drink. Okay, so I hope you guys will give this a try. I hope it helps you guys that are trying to cook on a budget, which aren't we all. And just when you give it a try, come back in the comments and let me know. I'd love to know what you think about it. If you put any kind of extra twist on it that is yours, let me know that too, because I'm always interested in learning new stuff too. So if you like this video, I would appreciate if you'd hit the likes button for me, because it really does help people find my channel that have just been diagnosed. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome too. So I thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I will talk to you soon. See you later. Bye-bye. Macy Grace, you want to come in here and get your eat? Hi. Hi. I know you can't have beef and broccoli with all that stuff in it, but I have some turkey with feta cheese here. Do you want a little bit of that? Yes? Yes, you would? All right, let's get you a couple pieces of turkey. Let's get you a couple pieces of turkey. You're a very good girl. Have I told you lately how good you are? Because you are. You are the best. You are the best. Got one more piece. Oh, you want to give me some? Okay, sit. Give me some. Oh. Hop up. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Good. Give me some. Yes. Good job. Good girl. Tell everybody bye. Say bye. See you next time. There's one little tiny piece. That's it. Mommy's out. I'm out, girlfriend. Okay.